You already know what it is, man. It's Quilly. Hip Hop since 1987. We in the building, man. We in my studio, man. I mean, BWyche, Dange, man.
Shout my hip hop since 1987, niggas. Hip hop since 1987.com.
Alright, bet. It's your boy Brandon, BWyche, hip hop since 1987.com. We're here with Quilly Millz.
Quilly. We took off the Millz.
Took off the Millz?
We took the Millz off. Yeah, with the deal. We going in, man. Just Quilly, man.
Alright, now, you know, it's been a while since we did an interview. Last time, I think I was doing the interview myself. That was like 2, 3, 4 years ago. I don't think people know about that. But, you know, since then, you've been working, like, you know, we just heard you got a new deal, so congrats on that. You know,
appreciate it.
A lot of people want to know who you signed to, how you get the deal, you know, all that.
Well, me and Life was talking like since like the top of the year or whatever. We was talking about like my solo situation and my finances and me just being organized and shit. Like, because I was just doing a lot of shit and like a lot of shows, they wasn't, you know, dated and features. I'm just doing random shit and like I just need that structure. So Life Brown, like, we just like got shit organized and like I just signed with him as far as my management deal and independent deal with On Deck Entertainment, just if I can get my shit, I can get more money finance behind me and the shit could just be more organized. So like now I got a itinerary, I got dialogue, this day I'm doing this time I'm here. It's just more organized, you feel me? A couple major labels, we got Atlantic, we got Def Jam, Universal, Epic. I mean, a couple other situations knocking on the door or whatever, as far as like to offer more money, but rather than me sitting on a label and being back shelf for 6 to 9 months or whatever, I'd rather go with my independent and fuck with Life Brown and we just say rock right now because it's finance and I could put out the music as I want to, I can perform as I want to, I can get my money right now instead of being on a major and being on a back burner, you feel me? So it's like, this situation right here is a blessing. Like it's everything that I wanted to do times 2. I mean, the money here, the management here. Shout out to E, Boog, Reds. Shout out to my manager right here, Life Brown. It's like, I mean, we got the PRs, everything set up for me. So it's like, all I gotta do is work. I got my own studio. I mean, shit like that. Shout out to Rug Batcave. That's still the studio or whatever. But it's like, this the home right here. Like this the. I mean, we just sleep in here, all that shit, so it's like, I mean, and we don't want y'all money, this not for the public and none of that, like, we don't want $50 an hour, $75 an hour, nothing, we don't want nothing, this is just strictly for Quilly, it's for me to work, you feel me? So it's like a lot of shit that came with the deal, like, my bank account filled up, like, I can't complain, you feel me, I'm getting a check every month, like, it's everything I wanted to do, and it's like, for the next year or two, this the label that I'm going to be on, and they're going to be financing and helping me to get to a major. You get what I'm trying to say? So it's like On Deck ENT, Boog, E, Reds, and Life Brown, man, they behind me, man. Shout out the whole staff for the label and everything, and you know, shout out Spade and me, big homie. He definitely pulled a lot of strings for me, man. Shout out big homie Spade, man. We was in negotiation and shit with Gil's situation with the Figure Gang ENT or whatever, with Tom Ali or whatever. But I want to wait to this situation.
You had mentioned something in one of your freestyles. You was like you know, Def Jam, EMI, Figure Gang, something like that. You mentioned something like a while ago.
Yeah, so like with the Figure Gang situation and shit, like Gil, I just wanted to wait till like the finances and everything get right with that situation. Like, you know, Gil got that paper, but as far as him to help me out, that it wasn't together, and I didn't feel like waiting. Like, I want money right now, I want to record right now, I want to do this right now, I want to drive right now, I want to travel right now. So it's like I couldn't wait on that. Shout out big homie or whatever, but you know. And when we get that paperwork right, that'd be another opportunity that I could sign to from this term to this term, whatever. But you know, for right now, this is what it is. It's On Deck ENT. We got the studio, it's the indie, and we rocking with it, man. For the next year or two, whatever. Man, we gonna get this money. We gonna take over. We drop a couple mixtapes, couple LPs, and just hit them with singles. I mean, right underneath the label. They financing everything for me. Like, man, it's great. I can't complain. So,
you know, we here for a special reason. You know, you got a new mixtape coming out. You know, before we get into that, you know, what's the difference between, you know, the new wave, I'm Rapped Out, and Haines Street Hustler? Because, you know, like every other mixtape, you switch up the titles. So, like, what's the difference?
New wave got, they, like, every CD got its own series. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm Rapped Out, that was some brand new shit that I just wanted to try. And it was just like, it was 27 tracks, just me, like, to the dick, like, no features, like, nothing, like, just 27 tracks, me raw. Like, no intro, like, no skits, nothing. From 1 to 27 is just me going in. And I just wanted to test that out. Like, I'm Rapped Out. I was just in that phase, like, I'm just like, not dissing nobody. I'm just going in, just on my mixtape shit. But the new waves, it was like me bringing like my own shit, like how Young Bob used to do the headshot mixtapes and all that, and the volumes and the We Run the Streets, like how you bring out the volumes and shit. Shout out to Ant and Bob. Like, they pioneered that like mixtape shit. So I started the new waves. I made New Wave 1 through 4. Then I made Haines Street Hustler 1 through 5. We have 5 right now. And I'm gonna make one more new wave, and I'm gonna make like 2 or 3 more I'm Rapped Out. And I'm gonna just switch the whole, title again. It's gonna be different headlines.
Man, you know, you've been pushing this Haines Street Hustler 5 for like a good half a year now. Like, you know,
I wouldn't even say that, because, you know, like, I still was, motherfuckers get it fucked up and they probably think like they go by timing. You get what I'm trying to say? That's why I still dropped the new wave for it. I still dropped them Rapped Out. You get what I'm trying to say? It don't go by time. This shit go by like.
I'm just saying. I know you sent me like the artwork like a while ago. I think I was just in the car checking it out. I'm like, I think it started from the bottom. You sent me the Haines Street Hustler 5 artwork, and I'm just like, damn, like. I was way back in like February. It's August now, so like, what was the delay?
The thing was, like, I got a lot of features on here. You get what I'm trying to say? And then like people got locked up, like free AR ad. Like, there was certain situations that I got, like, whereas though people they couldn't be there, or they couldn't make the studio session, or 8 Gang was in Atlanta, or you get what I'm trying to say? So this was more. It wasn't like I'm Rapped Out where I'm on my time and it's just 27 tracks. I'm putting it out to the dick, whatever, like solo. This was like features and shit, so I was on other people's time. I mean, and I just felt as though like with the finances, it dropped perfect, because it's like, you know, all the money is here, everything financed well. So I think it's just a good time for me to bring it out right now.
So you talk about features, like what confirmed features can you let us know about that's on the project? What producers, you know, things like that.
As far as the features, I got 8 Gang, I got Ready Rock, I got Darcy on there, I got AR Ad on there. Okay. I mean, I got Dark Low on there. Okay. I mean, I got my artist Rodney Every Avenue. He on there on the hooks, giving them crazy concepts. Like, I mean, that's my weekend right there. That's my little, that's my weapon in the archive. You feel me? Who else?
Spade-O too.
Spade-O. I got Spade-O on there, and Spade just came home too, so that was a blessing for me. Being there working with him and shit like that. I got Spade on there. Gil was supposed to give me a verse, but the joint I did with Gil, we're gonna put it on this Marijuana High mixtape or whatever. So Gil and I on there. I took that feature, put on his shit. What else we got on there? I mean, we kept the shortest features on there, but it ain't, you know, cluttered on crazy shit like.
What about Jimmy Wall Street?
No, we didn't. Rest in peace, Jimmy Wall Street. We didn't use that verse though, because his family didn't want it. Like, I mean, there's a lot of shit that was going on with that. You know, rest in peace or whatever. But we got, my man F-Chain, damn, F-Chain on there. My man Core from Uptown on there, man, from Splash Life or whatever. I got my man Mook Coop on there, man. As far as the production, we got shout out G Flair, he from the UK. He did my intro, crazy joint. Shout out Damir Beats, Molly Raw, that's my young boy. All my young boys out in the county and all that. Shout out Fetty Kruger, he on there. 808 Ace on there. He made Presidential Society. He put the video out for that joint. EDR, Dark Low and all that. Shit, who else? Chinko the Great on there, and he actually gave me the record. It was from Neo the Matrix.
Okay.
So shout out Neo the Matrix. Shout out Chad West. Like, I got a lot of nice production on the show and shit.
All right, since we looking at the track list, like, what's your favorite record? Like, what's the record, you know, once the fans download this, they go copy it.
I like Kenny Lofton.
Okay.
I like Champions. I like the Versace joint. I like Prayer. I like Thrills. I like Find Me At with Chinko on there. I like Presidential Society, me and AR. Shit, I like Whitney and Bobby. The main joints, I ain't gonna hold y'all. That Can We Get Much Higher shit, y'all really gonna fuck with that, cause like that take you back to the Haines Street Hustler too. Shit like that when I'm first starting it. I mean the hunger the shit, so it's like I just brung that right back out. Freddy Krueger remade that. Y'all gonna fuck with that Snatch Life joint. And they gonna fuck with that On Now. I just cleaned that up, gave that to Cosmic Hell or whatever. That's gonna be the radio joint I'm gonna go with off of that. There's a couple radio joints, but that's gonna be the first one, like as far as like in the radio and shit. You already know the Versace shit. Shout out to Cosmic Kev, Versace. I mean that's on there. He just put Kenny Lofton in a rotation or whatever, so Kenny Lofton and shit.
So you got any like?
I love that Kenny Lofton joint on that. Like I love that beat and shit. That's just freestyle.
Do you have any like? Any club bangers, know what I mean? Like any other like instead of freestyles, like you got any like radio singles you gonna be pushing heavy?
Right. That's where I wanted to go with. I wanted to go with either Victory, Cosmic Kev, he like Whitney and Bobby. I mean, and On Now, y'all. Champions could have been one, but it's more like a freestyle. That's not a song, but it's still like I don't know. It's still hot hitting radio and shit. That's not a song, though. It's like freestyle.
You know, you got a lot of fans, so like anytime you say something or you text me like, "Yo, B, put this out." Everybody always hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, like, "Yo, when he dropping a mixtape?" You know what I mean? So like, how's that whole Twitter, Instagram wave for you, man? It must be crazy because you really get a lot of support. You know, so like, how's that?
Like on my brand new Instagram and shit, like I probably would have hit like a dub or at least 15K followers or whatever. But I just hit 10,000 followers on my gram and shit. So like. I mean that's not paid for followers, not me paying for likes and all that shit. Like it's everything add up. It ain't like I got 10,000 followers and put a picture up and get 12 likes and shit like that. All my shit add up. My pics do $1, nickels. I put up Pepsis with the purple syrup in there. That shit do a tray and 800s and shit like that. So it's like everything like add up to like I mean the shit look right. I mean the statistics on my gram. Shout out to everybody that's paying for followers and cheating and doing it the wrong way. I'm doing this shit the right way, you feel me? I'm working hard for my shit. And shout out to all my followers, you know what I mean? Rather if you was a day one Quilly fan or you just heard my Versace joint last week or whatever way you became a fan or whatever, you feel me? Shout out to everybody that's following me on my Twitter and my Instagram. I gotta tweet more too, I be on the gram more and shit. I gotta tweet a little bit more.
Alright, I gotta ask you a few questions people wanna know. So, you know, you and F Chain last year, y'all was talking about the Blues Brothers, like, you know, the little joint mixtape y'all was gonna do. When y'all gonna drop that? Are y'all still gonna drop that? You know?
What we did was I just gave him a lot of songs for his mixtape for the Chainsaw Massacre or whatever, and Chain Snatching Season. That's this new one that's about to come up probably a month or two, probably dropping like September or something like that. But I'm on there a lot, like I'm down there hosting this joint. So instead of dropping the Blues Brothers, we just took it out with Chain Snatching Season.
Okay. And you know, also you was also like you mentioned A-Raps on the project. You was also running with OBH for a while. Like, what's that? What happened with that whole situation?
Shout my hip hop since 1987, niggas. Hip hop since 1987.com.